joining you now, no sister Akusia Fakoma. Welcome, sis. Big sis, I hope so. Your brother Eddie. Tata take no nana edru so mema your brother Ed or so person or can baby. O bema na kwa na say tata take no person kasa. Okay. All right. Anyway, brother Ed, me so ye ntio. Ye wiana sisterhood yen so yaba ebusuafo ene ye main topic a ye discuss ne se aden na ye Ghana for se ye behu foreigners a ye value wo more wo na ye pese ani wo wo ho mindset be na edi sa de na chi a se Ghana ni broni for example ebetimi aye Asia ni India ni ewo ho a just say they feel say they are mean kind of say fans the bem I'm a main fan and kind of sa ba kon kan beka de nkanenye yo ti eno na ye ka ho asem eya won so fro bra o request ya ye be drop bi na ya fa ebi ye nyina ya adesua na ye sua wa ha won so fo adwen che bra fa experience bra na ye nyina no ye ndidi ye ho enkomo yo brother Ed me pacho ye tio
Yo, Nana, but I was happy. Two gentlemen on Kasai,
welcome.
Thank you. A very sensible man.
Okay.
Them person cast on say the customs no to say one of the gentlemen is embedded in us. Young I say abrofono and the word no custom, the tradition by. So anything yen be kind of mobekibiana is in reference to the yen. A dialect no a dorso, a subano a dorso. Over Britain aborɔfo no custom ɛyɛ baako pɛ yɛmfa sɛ aduane chicken and chips pɛ no ɔmo nim ɔba Ghana sɛbio asantefo di fufuo ɔmo de wei a ebi ɔmo de ampɛsie ɔba mfante a yɛzi dɔkon yɛ dɔkon kora bi ɔyɛ bien nti ɛyɛ custom for every tribe biara tradition for every tribe biara nti every tribe biara so wɔ the way a ɔmo ware nti yɛyɛ no sɛ custom tradition ɛne local yɛn sɛ bi Ghanafoɔ no yɛpɛ suatra nti ni adopt mo Bible no ya bosom no ya tomagu said the gentleman kan poppy no ye custom no bi kra na ya nye poppy na anso so a I to say yen hira wen hira so but yen kai say if we go back to do what yen na it doesn't become a custom again, it becomes part of us, it becomes our way of life to start for no oh the poppy no yen ya adopt it because the patient training no and abasa. But a custom and tradition there is our way of life and yebetoye and was here. Because ocean mukana 1 year custom na quite poppy plana debi umubechiro. Into them person can say tradition there me I prefer the tradition because that is my way of life. That is what I was born into. Me ba wi aseno me ma me ka say be a Christiani majatum. So me ba na ye wo me krema na ka say me kremoni. Into your custom there is something we should hold on to. For people, no, is something we've adopted because the patient are trying to know. But I hope some offend you be a Nana.
Nana I'm so meet you a voice in ma.
Uncle Ben me da say epa. E me set attacking why you busy. Minim the ne price and
Oh, yeah,
internet.
just send me.
Right, ain't twins mom any ma.
Yes. Yeah, make a serious number. Me da say.
The price Uncle Ben the price and you call for my
Nana,
ain't him say Jerome one
Nana Mpacho. Me be so odi me question ma me biom na me ka de me ka no.
okay.
Wo se den ne ma no e ware foreigners sia wo.
Hi.
Okay, me da say.
What time is your twins
Number
mom?
1.
The time no bebo on the 11:30 no oko internet chekura.
Yeah, because me kwa kodocha me Number 1, said the mema no ka se mpaboa hyem ntina omukọ no e ma ne bi wo ho nso a mpaboa hyem ntina omo yeden omo ware abrofo no obi wo honom a ono de ne fe ne se obewo half caste e ma ne bi de opan half caste na ye behu sakra no sa breed no eno na fe ntina wa yeden wa kwa ware broni Ye tosumiensa. E Ghana fo bebre ware abrofo because mema ni bebre ayo madwen say omo the engagement pe no mbeye because of omo madwen a ode nam said the ombenya kwan be ya de ombe ware bebre ni ade na sisi anso no oba bia sisi a hwe ewiase ayewa ye quantity for ye maame mu na no mutumi hold this anoma ne che ye no ye ntimi stress any no ni ntino se wo ba be ware me na me wunye me wedding dia I'm sorry because at the end of the day no wanya wedding na che se wo ho kwan se wo akọware bebre na wo ba be ma me pressure wo ba be ha me de make am what enti no me prefer say broni so de wo ware broni a nana o kokutus de ne kawa no promise we na say engagement a obepe so obeye wedding because Ghana yina ye no po ye ne fe obeye wedding no so ahye ne ring mema ne bebre ho na Ghana fo mema ne bebre mo ware krapa ring ne empese e show se de be benya kwan no makoye omo nneoma omakoye omo nneoma wo krom ye empesa no ma ni sa no ma ni nyina no ye ntimi ye na ye twitwe ye try se sa de ni nyina nti no e na fe nso na de konti a Ghana fo na Africa fo ye ware abrofo no bebre sika enka de nti na obehu young girl no akofa akokra no because of sika nti no nim se akokra ni wu a the property nyina e ba bedi no ho because omo de eye oyire ne mma e na de wo ne se broni on ware wa no owu a automatically bibia e ye wo ne nkola na dia ye menka se Ghana fo ye nye will but bebusuani bia mbegina se me bepe we na one wo be property e na me wo fast me na me hwe ni ko school e na me ye ni se nti obe prefer say obe kwa akoware broni de etosu biem mema no ye kronfo bebre en respect omo yiremu enti no obe yes omo respect omo yiremu obe prefer say because na me I believe say before bebre some of them they don't the word love no want ase sister because uti odasia na one oyire wo ho a obe respect no ofo so na ye beba enti no be kokrom na akoye de obeye no wi a obetena se se one oyire wo ho a na respect no bibi communication bibi am a one ne beka unko third person ko ka broni nya sa o broni ne wo betena se mo beka ni nyina with respect broni fa na asem nko abonten emu amansan enkote sese ni say my wife my say ni say the only time be hu say broni yes na abrofo no na che say Ghana for mema na adiomu yie kote emu odin she fuck me he fuck me eno but owarewa sa de ni nyina omo nye ena abrofo no nso no okasa opewo on konko cheati benka se binu cheati but the rate at which Ghana for near before cheating no ye ko ye de two abrofo bem sa abrofo no ye enti no sese o mo decide so mo ko ware abrofo no no mo ja Ghana for na si ho because se one oyire wo ho no ni nwi enjae no wasa akofo oba afoforo no e disrespect udo bia wonya ne saa udo bia onyo ntwako ni be wie ansa na we move on to next level ensoro mo no mo fu sa mo ye mema nti no je mo pe na mo ye de
Where's mom? Who wants to win you now? Now saying Kawoko. Kawaha ye
dia mo peno eno na mo ye broni onwa bibifo no sometimes no ofre adwuma aba na we hu se ne yire na bre no na unu aduane wa be cross ne na no broni so de wan show be ka let's go to the restaurant and eat wo so de wo fu se sika no ko didi o restaurant a edan na wo si na so te enti no na oboabo no de call Ghana no nso enti broni de vacation enjoyment no ototo ne no man so yi hwe Ghana for mema bebre wo hono ma they don't plan for their future eno kra na e ba ko pe omu ye kroma say na adwuma no kra po ko ba e ma no ye adwuma be ma no bebre ye adwuma sen omu okoba ra no abetena so okoba ba onim say ye planning about men kwala omu future say ni.
Okay, why accept invitation? Twins ma'am, sorry.
Ain't no. Onim say your friend say yeah planning for future. Ain't no. Not when I'm ne kwan. Na when ne kwan nkra na ya asa bibia wo ho. Ba broni no betina se. Won broni ono betina se. Mo be address bibia. So full say ontimi aware na mo betina se. Mo beka se I think it's not helping us. Let end the relationship. No more end it. But mo dear, mo waware mo munye nwie no. No more start a train pena. They more thing because e ko kan mo ne be ma. Mo na mo ye be ma.
The brotherhood woman e me na
for. Yes, ano, ye ni so atete ye mo na ma chen say the yesi en nantisi ano. Mo so awia na mo be nya no because ye hu say ye ku ye ho de mam but you don't you people empe ne sa. Sa wo ne wo yerete. What with on when say wa bre no. O ma hu say on me da wo. Enso broni di obeden. Obe me sure so obe right no. Obe ride no obetimi ni broni akwa wi awada ne ho na wo so mi busa mo munya no eni broni wo ne broni ni de wi amuda ne mo ho so ana mi busa mo munya no
okay
enso no mo nyesa broni enim se onim se okoba bi banda oh this would look good on you I bought this for you the ben say bibini oh rade bibi enyi me ka se munyina o but me ka dia masisi am.
Okay.
Ama before ne kosa honom no. Bibini broni be try. So who say o car ponye ne ya. On mine obe walk to the dealership and get you a car. Because on him side end de ne ma e wo de car e betina car no. Enso no bibini ne yiri car anya krapo no car. Oh me say ma me car me fa se wontwe me wa danfo bi. Na ne car say I am boto we enkoyi de bia say ye frɛ ye kwan ye twetwe car na ne kunu da car fufuro mu wonim say wo tu kwa akɔ Ghana no e na okɔ park ono ne new car no papa ne new car na watɔ no de come na girlfriend in New York busa say ban say ne hu ye say iPad na ɔwɔ no say connect bibia connect me ne te hɔ na de ne nya pop ya me si wa hwɛ wo yire na te hɔ no ma wo se wo yire ne wo ma enkola innocent enkola no one jaka na ma wo yire o wo de car broni will never do this o mo de mo no some ye ni suit ti yemba what why then what ko park car no ama wo girlfriend wo New York and na why then what me e mo save it together before mo save it together o ti me is conventional or transfer scan come na pna wo Ghana
I check
ti me say sian e ye no me kasa me kan because normal mo ye no it's not enye it's a siano ena obi se kote bottle ye nyina ye pekote emu odin enso oni bibi ubedi kote emu odin na tete ni o how dia ena me kwakofa de me feel say ye twimi ba ko pena me ye okay na respect me nya me bibia me nya me peace of mind I'll go in for that why not because kote no udi wi ade aka na ye den bio wo twimi na wo disrespect me no wo di me na wo nya de wo sa wo ye as a husband Udi me na me ye no man kete me who appreciate na I'll go in for a white man seriously a white man will always appreciate me
okay
a white man will always beti ma say me nka say nyamu nyina o but
this man to uncommon so na uncommon to aso
yeah me nka say enyamu nyina but adiama bibi fo ne worry omo no hwe me wo ka azimbi sister oni Ghana ni call out Ghana from you ne call out hey I said duane ne de gi aware anka make has only problem e be nu aduane no de ni sika ho machi nyina no jon oni ni Ghana ni jayo no kofa okoware sankrofo ni bi me pese me bo mu di
memo
enso mo wi ana papa na sa begine fie honom akosia oni aduane bia ho when am say me say una wontimi nka pese me kan bibi papa woni na wo ho and I will call you. Brony will never do this. One in the waho and I walk worry a Jamaica news say a friend say Cameroon in ya. Hot no couldn't a dian and say a bowl of food or say whatever, go and enjoy it. And if you have BM and if you BM sell upe dian because Bibinian Bayasa Brony will never do that. Brony will never do that. Say many were Jana Masamba or say no Adriani mammy. Na me fan me fa come me you fee. Come on, share. Yes, you shiny your eyes. Some of us no, you not opportunity and be worry brony. Because me you pay a peace of mind. You pay a peace of mind. Yeah, disrespect me too much. Money yen wo ho a moon try some move full say relationship na mwa. You should end the relationship before you move into the next step. And ma and kase me na me ye bema, me na me ye bema, me na me ye bema. Me na me ye bema. Wo komo ya ade ne mani nyina no ohwe baby fufuro. Woni ne ye bibi kwhwe obehwe wan hwe ye ade na wo fu say mu ye together. Obehwe no na savings no. Shi ni mu watching in Ako Ghana. Eda kuma ne mpenafo eye nneoma.
Mo
enti no.
Yes.
We mu nyina ka ho bi. Enu nti na omo ware abrofo no.
Take a break. Tata taking or say nana the we hit ni si ba no me wo question for twins ma'am. Tata
I'm ready for say me na me see from wine tea.
Okay, Queen yo meba. Me who say ye can say ye nuama ebi enso atro say twins ma'am koso na sisterhood that suffer.
Yes, because sister say me worry broni hwe me won san krankete worry abrofo mo omani afini no ma because of because ye ni omo breath from early stages thinking say ye build a family together no na koye bibi na edu ho no makofa nka say enye me ho ba ne no makofa oba afofo enu ti na girls ni bebre no coin for enkokra na omu sika deda no because at the end of the day ye nyina obi no all platforms o ka so mpesika ye nyina yo pesika esi mo kwakofa kokra no pona obe pete me but then in Sabbath family, remember me, Timmy, me de. No, better me car, me flashy things now. I'll go in for it. Then you know, you pay. Why I saw a wogun in Catra Mount of
Yo, tata, ye, to your question now, what the
yo, Prince Man, Waka and Sembe Bray, where is it? A lot of topics, concern. And so, if you can address all these questions for me, man, number one, I didn't know one worry, bro. Number two, what the T-bro need and I won't bro need at another. Number three, Omabe can't say.
Yes, ma'am, feel comfortable. I may answer pass.
Answer back on yan one me ya no I next one. But
say person now boom na summary mammy. Send be ya indicate and drag on.
Woni bro ni awo ho da den wan worry bro.
Ni bro ni den wan worry bro ni.
Okay, me da say.
Me ba me wie ye also. Sakura any MC cake eka say I even papa linkan pokra ebeka or say division of labor ewo efie ho e say omo che enyema mu. Now here we are in a situation whereby yeah before mbano completely and you know say you implemented those things and also know how do you feel about it? Is this something you think it is feasible, it is doable? Number three, number four, number five. What stop you say ebi I want so obe bisa wukunu because broni ba etumi hu bema oh yeah I want to F you like you know omutumika. So what stop you as a bibini from doing the same thing?
Tata fa ehone to na de wo de aba so far no twins ma'am na answer or say adenti
o say adenti na ma worry broni na me pese me worry broni a nka me worry because na me ye adwuma o Labadi Beach Hotel abrofo no bebre na no pese mo worry me but na me dwen ho say me ma me den na me ma me beka because me a typical Ashanti what I say Ashanti for no is no mu entra man worry broni but se sia na mete ha no yes that time no but se sia mete ha say no se minya broni a owo sika minya broni a ne ho jo sika wo ho a meko
underline
broni a owo kote bottle cry e beko
kote bottle cry me because yes no cry because Ghana for me say it's about time yes I was here
sister abende
o say dey
me so ba ohuru hu adi kwate boto say ohuru hu di
who the I because at the end of the day ebi onu pon obe respect me onu no be ma me feel say me your ba de me kan say and before no o yire so kra and also hwe broni say wo ye this when accident na wo yare a obe na wo hu
en kan to say we foot why men don't look at your belly
on kasa we fu son on fan chambo what I say and now o yare a obetina wo ho mem before bebre ho mo yire no yare no mo especially on cancer god the radin hu ye mo bo no hwe ye ma so mini mema bebre a mo yire no or ye diagnose ye cancer pe o mo jo mo hoko broni will never do that broni betina wo ho broni betina wo ko sise nyankopon be frel what I say and na Tata say my worry bronida
household.
Twins for mommy fa we nche ma wansa watu aso. That any be makra
yo
wo disabled child kra otimi wo hoko.
thank you wow yeah wow na we bia wanya sa your friend is saying autistic in kwale otimi ja wo ho otimi ja no ko broni will never do that mama yeni ayekokọ mani ayekokọ pa na make say someone say
Twins
fisa no
man
man we mu nyina manum nsuo eda me nchen someone sisa enfisa no ma we nyina me ka che bedu bebi mu nyanga na nipo no ma ware o mu nyanga ne won say the Nigerians for ni si ware Ghana for no won say the Nigerians for no omu si ware Ghana for no say the omu treat Ghana for ni ti no Ghana for ni bebre e ko Nigeria sisi ano sanity enti no ya mema ni say ya anye mo anya mu no ma ji a ebedu bebi no po mu nya ema ni people no omo aba mu because hwe me na me kan me se me nya broni a ho adwo obe hwe
Adena broni a wo sika na wo pe ompe ayi
adena broni a wo sika na me pe o patron late on pakon na obusa me no pe sika wana e wo so ka ne kata ma so a on tafo
na interest what be your opportunity no
Mami answer ho ni ma. Na me wa ko di contributor sika di udi.
ai me kwa na e kote boto na metwetwe ama no na sika nye be ma me ade nta me kote kwa twetwe na ma enjoy
yo me pa
madafu bi say bibini na ekropo broni na ekropo dane na ya okwa ko mi atina
yo me who say you near baby so ebe tro say Ghana for me mani bi ebi so emu ema no okay yo ya take
Nana.
Prince man any ma ye
no na make say communication broni mo be address mo be tena se but ade na e wo mu tim se me na me ye head no eno na de we mu nyina e ba no
ma'am any brother
se mo ti ase se mo boafo ye mo boafo bibia betimi atena se na ye nko ba bia na mo respect ya ye se be so hwe o krokro ba oba be krokro o treat oba ya
Relax. No munsio.
Mami MC Kirk wa ba be trust Sam or sisterhood phobia or what they will not even help with the bills. Almost gonna say it is the man's responsibility.
Communication. Ni nyina ya communication. Mo no pakwa ni ba be ware mo betena se. Na makasa no ma we nyina se na ma go nya afianse na edu ba bi na ofu se. E wasa mo tena se ka. Mo ka. It shouldn't be a problem. There's a communication. A kasa. Wo yire onye jata. Ono na ohu no na so pe no. Oya wo boafo ye nipa te se wo a. Enti bibia mo ntena se na mo ne ye nka. Mo ne ne ka ye nipa ye beti mase. Mo do ye be dom.
Me see o ma hiti enti no. O de ye pause mami.
Twins man no so why no so
ye da
my estambremu
Me pese me yana mi si for match pa. Bi efa die both sides no. Ubetimi akwhye ni papa sanso na ubetimi akwhye ni pabone. Enye sebi o abrofo no omo a yenye bibifo a yaware abrofo no nye nyina na asomdwe because the other day no yes sister ba akokra so be share an experience unfortunately mentimi entie ni die no enyina ensi but no so ka so waware bruni 20 years or no so the problem ne hawa okom enti no in either way no ubetimi obibe ware ni kromu ni na ekoyie pa oni how bia obi so akọware ni krom ni ankoyi okọware broni anase obi from another country no ekoyi ma no enti no ye we individual differences na twins mom kasa na mpese mtwe na adwin si bibi so se na obi comment wo se enyu omu nyina yes enya abrofo ni nyina na ye even omu enu omu wa adwuma mu kra na ehu se bebre na omu ni ye ni omu so ba bi ni ade ni enkoyi even say as a colleague at work na enka no nipa we tifi say ukunu no ana awere no enye easy enti no both sides ni nyina ye we sinto but the question is dear ne bema bibini ba ana Ghana ni ba watu kwan ebe ware broni ana so be pese wani kuro na wakotena so nipa no ebeware dan so obeware ono ani kuro mu ni eno no ho asem ne ye ka emema na ba be kire mu dim ena eduru ma no so ne yenso ye kan ye de ntimi srew wo ase ha ne se wa amantem na obeto se twins mo kasa misrew atake twins mom na adwene ena no wo kan do nu ahu ene de wate ena wo kan ti nso wo bibia eye opposite na contrary to that utimi request ba pronounce wa beka ana wo do comment to ase politely ye beka ye beti ase empabu ahyem de ena no ye kan eno no one of the main reason eya na ye mu bibibre no ye de ko ware manfreni because ye pese ye stabilize ye nya stability wo baby aye wono eno ye one thing ena twins mom kan ba ko bi say eya na ema obi beka say oh this is a stupid idea but true obi wo hɔ a ohun sa breed no sam krana ye from half caste na ne fe me ka say nka meware bro and that will be the only reason me hu sam kran omuchi nwi tuntum nanso ne color we uhu ne eye color we uhu se o blended two races into na fe no krede e ba akopɛ me me fe inti nke bia enke ne be mamako e bia raising we ama me mankoi me raising ama mankoi obi so raising na ade a wo hwe animu pa inti nipa no aware bruni that is what that person wants because of person nya say breed no inti eno so wo na de na me ka etwa to na mesi ne say won say abrofo no the way o mu si ma o mu do o mu demonstrate oda no do edi obem wahu se enyema nkitinkiti bi a wo beje a ebema wo oba no wahu se odo wo mu je ba yenye mema no wo mu do but o mu do yen in a different way ye mema no mostly wo mu ntimi demonstrate wo mu do eya na ebi no mu fi se ebi a oyi sika to ho ba akohoma no na kire se wo do obi nso fi se empamu no oyire ne ho pawa wo a ema wo sisi wo so a eno ne the only way a obetimi a kire ne do a kire but ye hwe abrofia omudo edi not empamu nko enye enyema nkitinkiti bia yenye mema no ere na nso na meka se ya na ejina ye ntete ye culture yen se de ye sitete ye fa no Ghana yenyina ejina bontin kisi ye fie kura no meka se busu fie na mote ana nyamia ya adum ya ene ye building no ensesan ya bamu a yesi flat awura mu oni se one oyere no mankwa ne him tetene na ntesa efitwa hia ne nyina egum hon na ayere ye aduane adon se ekobo ne to ana obegina ne nkyan be wo horo nkyan si betwitwa je ni aboa no da bi untimi nye wonse wonum wo ho ebi mpokura ye friend say
thank you so much
uni ama no wo ho wo kwakọ bua wo yiri ye beka se be ma kwaduntu yen system no mu no be ma entwitwi nchansi be ma nkojare be ma mpra se wo hu but sanye man ketinketi no oba bi hu a eye ne fe edana twins mom ka se be ma bebie do kra ma wo one wonam obetwe akonya ma watena se ani ade no eye ne fe me sanye man ne nhye da nya me fe me handbag kra me ma wonje because me hu se me handbag no a part of my dressing usomu a me chemade but say bia me so bia me love language me be hu se bia eja kunu eja nwamo kakra me frɛ adwuma ba ya mabre at least ya ye bibi kakra ma me manage me hu se be ma ye aduane a it turns me ye me fekeke se wo hu enti obi ane ne de enti sa ne man ketinketi na yenye mema ne buo mani guso no eno na eya na mostly ema na de ye doba ema ye ye fe uka che me se Odome. And as okay, oh, so in him, how will I know you love me if you don't demonstrate it? Ain't in my wood on in Neddy. Yeah, like be caring. And my diano. Yen no ye ni attracting. Eye said the wubesi adoyafa, said the obesi asoso ye muafa, said the obesi akansem dagu asum. Eno na abrofo no so ya ade wo ho. Entin se me nware broni kra na minim obi o ware broni ana me hu abrofo bi me neighbors abrewa bi ni kunu a wo mate ha nana o mama wo mu ntimi padio me ntimi nkotana ho because yam fancy nti obi a padio we die nam nana akotana wa de abrewa ni akokore beye me se wote ho kra na wo mu tuani enti say ma pack me my bicycles na egu me nko ho because me kono omu si ho. So niema wo moye no enti no hu bia na wo so te wona de kwa adwundwum ye me so pesem nipa na wo ye no as we interested e dey na so we so kusi anda be we so ase ne se e dey but sa niema nketen e bia no so na ye yen ye fe se wo hu betan ne on enti be ma wo bi ehu sa niema we ye oba se abrofo do fe enti ne minya bia me ware ana minya bia me ne betwempana. Enti now both ways ni enkasa ye mema no mu no yen mu ni mu do but say na mre eniema esesa wo ho enti mu miensuasua bi especially ye ni ayetu kwan aba betena abrofo kromu eya na niema bi wo ha ye adapt no obi ka say MCK ka say mani ntua bills ye Ghana mpokra mani ntua bills enne aware na kwa yese partners obi aboa bi be me bie ni wo ware a obekwa akofo oba wose wono de onye adwuma bia ne nsadu ne nandu be me bia enne ye hia obisa wudin a no obisa what do you do for a living and so first na nka question kemane na ne yebisa enso ne de be ma no obisa ono ya adamfo no kra no opese wo hu adwuma a we ye because on pay liability be me bia po ba obeba beboa no e wa abrabom na ye ma no so ya gi atum se ye mpese ye be ye housewife ye beboa mo ye oba onye hwe kra na na nye ni groceries ene groceries ni boden groceries ni boden dan se mi ra Walmart usi uyi niema ba kumyenu ne de me ntɔhwe ne ye bebo no atwam 150 enso nkam ba afufuro mi didwa 150 a nkam ne mema ye bedi na wotwem yenu enso ne uyi ba kumyenu 3 days de na wo keka ko 200 enafom ebo eniema bo ayedene we are supporting, we are helping. Entinka ede na efese wonu oba tifia at least enye eyi bills kra na wo ye uchi bi ma kra ne se wo chia or ye groceries kra support na nka nso ba fie na nka bi a still kakra she fridge mo de mo asiso na won so aboa wo na odi kan baaye ananse obaaye dishes ba kumyenu bigum wa hwa ahokurum wa clean ye friend say cabinet so ed bibia to 2 years enkafe ye nyina ye boa ye ho enti muma ye nyina ye nsua na enye fe ye mema no mo ya ade batatata mu ye perfect mo ayi no so efe mu tedua no so efe ye ni je ho
at least wakatatata ho asem wakam from bemma papa rita no mo
ye mema no mo ya ade and one thing
na ba nsem na le wo say program do you
there be me refi also waka said
Mama,
Mama, me some question
me pacho mama kan we nyesa mre befi isrew. He ade ba kokora.
The room is not always about tatata. Why?
Nana, ade ba ko a eye me fe. E wo ye Ghana mema ho.
Wa praise yen.
Nana me de menka enka say bi a ye Ghana mema moye. Nana ade ba ko eye me fe kora me admai wo ye Ghana mema ho. Ene wo mu sense of responsibility. Be ma de wo pia. Oba wo wiska de wo betua ma. Hwe se me call Ghana. Me nan fofo boys me a me fi America bank eja Ghana de wa wonim. Ye nim so wa fi akwantu ma ba na wiska. When you pia they want to pay for you. They insist, they make sure say they pay.
Omo Ghana na omo wa ha.
Omo Ghana no, any omo wa no, me okay, nyame anim ni, nana, if he say, na me wa Ghana no ho, na me kunu kase, ade ye ne fe, ene say, ye pie, na me miitua, enye me misika, but ye pia, or disika mame, na me chia, eno ono eye ne fe, ni wa Ghana no, ye ba hey, me so mama na hu say, me prefer so no nso no, obetia, even if it's my credit card, but they be a onu netua. Ma yen pie ma my husband for once a crankers who yi card me or jeme card to yada. Before me be on the crab no kese we pulling a card dada. Obetia and so abrofi nana we invite you no na invite you one for a card da when him be guase because e we se wuchia wo de no no so chia ne de. Ghana ni Ghana for mema enu nti na Nigeria for any ada ifo nsu ene abrofi nsu nyamwa omu nti mu hu chai no because mu chia munnim maaye munnim like saade ne de mu dem mu ya ade wo ho ye tuche mamu because ukofa bruni a na munam de ubedi kuro se wutua se wa ma na ehu se wo ka cha mu no oba ntua na nya wanwan bi o mbeti ase pa enye easy
o hawo beto
enye easy enti no ye pe enanka ye kon be do kwan so senke ye be ware ye de na emum ka nanso kakra bi e wo ho ni senke ye nyina ye hwe ne aye ye hu adura enka me fe senka ya ware ebe ye perfect aye fe aye dekra chen wo mu die ya ye hu aye se efe because e honso e honjo sa Miss Perfect now so bisa question
Miss Perfect ebusiafo an de kwenen so e de ne submission aba no say ye nua mema no mo say na enso ketua bi na wo mo ho ba ye ka say Ghana for mema e de omo ye responsible men a che say omo hwefie ma asundue eba yo Miss Perfect busa question
na me say me question back ma ye kunum aha ye kunum on platform is
na ye nua be ma simba o say eni omo di omo na enso no ebe ware abrofo amanfafo ne sa Dr. Angie mehu pa ne dia say one pa no aye study wa ha say Dr. Tina welcome me hu mu nyina okay
aha
nana okay
nana me question is
Kwaswa sister
me go so
I question na
me question is ye kunum on platform is so patcho mo answer me oni diem mu pene atoto kama ye di even say yabo cap mutokro konko mutokro ne ye di atoto ne kama ana mu pe even say enwa de no me no sa which one do you prefer mu pene atoto na enwa no which one
over to you Uncle Ben MC Kek
Papa mo answer me because ne atoto na kwa say one friend saying catfish also di nsuo hye gu so ase ne kamo kama no ene enwa sabe babu scenario
the broker or
Jai.
say omo nya Ghana biane mama why na catch me na abrofo ma no omo no anu Ghana biane o
nana wo ebinua but ya de ya enti se Ghana ni anwa me de bia won se ya na meka be yonku bia me ne wa de bia no afre adwa no wo fu adwa wo lai soup ho adwa na ya jollof and am say papa men so ma
ado wari broni
oware akatani
oh
ena onso nye na adwin se obesua bibia ye nti agya me nua be mo no ane ye ne bibia but so wa wudia ne mo ani nka wa mne mo afa unua ba me na mehunu amane the thing is adie no both sides ni na
mac and cheese ne doso mano
ebia wo ni disadvantage o emema no omo kwa ahobrase na ya na omu hwehwe no sa total control na ya na omu hwehwe no eni honom na onim se na no twins mom kan sembi ma ne ye mede emmema no omu kɔ ware abrofo ma ne bia no omu no omu kɔtwempana na omu ba no omu ba be ware wo mu ekromuni a omu suban sesa na omu se oba with a perfect like match wenya ha kakra ena na make say ye ware a eya ye nyina ye avail ye hu se ye besua de Shiame, learn how to love me, I learn how to love you, we make it good together. Inti, se ono na kushia wo baby no abe blend with Ghana de ne se eye de a man no so ko no mu nso ko na anye ya mu no mu nso bo mu die mu a eye because ye nyina yakoshia from different cultures and ya bekan boom and we are trying to make it like perfect and perfect crana we are making it better. So in both sides no yenkase bi a ya ware ne je enu so na nko bi abepe because wealth creation na guy ne kan ye no a long term thing no ema wasenhyira me kai se me first time a me tu kwan me call South Africa na me ne obi any share or airport ye that time na okoye COVID test and sana wa tu kwan flight for na allow na guy na catch me or say ono otna watna outside ni life nyina ena waba fie na abusuafo ma na yede aware because no waware broni one na wotu enkra ne ma Ghana da enti no no hu ni say anhwe ya da bi na sebehye enti waba be ware Ghana ni ena Ghana ni nso oba once every year no abedi 1 month lady nenwo enti nkomodi de mu ohun se me ye nurse ni no ena na o pese ohun like the fertility clinic ye kama obetimi abo obetimi akọ one problem wa fa ato no so wa ware bruni but wo sha na sebehye daachi enti no ba be ware Ghana secret o ba be de abepemma ama ne ma atena ha ama abusua hu se ono nso oba wiase ndo no so dia bani enti na eya na eye problem
ka say broni nso a bia wonye sa ono
broni so nyesa o broni nyesa transparency but the thing is baby a yenye culture any said the nhihye musitie no so we bema eya na ma no crowd omutimi influence wo mu mane do mu ba but mema no me se me uncle bi kwatena Germany ne ma ye hu wo machi kwan bi sinne me uncle yewu e se ye hu ne but ye nim kwan so o matere o Germany wan fo ma amada but man de ebi ne mutimi manage di omo maba enti no pay yen culture no se me fa ne se wo ye bema abebobra wa betu kwan abebobra benye sika be ye japade wo fie ne se wo ma me inherit a ye ne wo fie ne ye dia wa bobra na mayen se wo hu ebi nso a na wo mpenisa because me momu de ade pa ebema me kra asuma dwono pa se me hu se me japade kakra me nyaaye no me ma ena edi so ede ma no besi
yo ken yeah that's it account for submission no all right tata taking me say un kasa yenti no una edu so tata
Oh, answer my question you.
me who say Miss Perfect
me will answer man is perfect.
okay
Me will answer man.
Ampacho answer me.
any other ye
Miss Perfect.
Robert Akwaba Robert yemo Akwaba pa
Miss Perfect otimenka.
Ampacho me to nka me here answer.
Okay. Fantefo wo enwa kitikiti bi. Omo frɛ na apa ofe. Minim sɛ ne asantefo frɛ no. Wahu bi da.
Ai yetimi di abenkwan.
Aha, nkitinkiti black bi. Ehun adwuma ye ya papa. Nanso wodi gu nkwan anim na wo fe eye nam kitikiti bi na beto wanum.
wow
Sanete yenya ya nke beba fie abefa fie de no. Nanso what we get out of it is very tiny and it's very small. That is the answer I want to give you. Yes.
Into wumbe fa ngwane sa.
Ya be fa ngwane sa no na so no na be hye no muma.
Oh, okay.
yo Miss Perfect wa answer me musa
oh nana me pese me kan baby kakra
oh Sakura mami patro mami we kakra tata uwo bibi kan
Maninko.
okay yo Sakura man yenkwe
oh nana me da se o hwe ye nkomo na ye
oba pa me so sabra oba pa dropo oh sis ka wo be ko sis ya o me patro sa fro bra why Sakura man meet you
nana se o hwe ye nkomo na ye di na ye di aware mi no ho nkomo se wo di ba ku dua ba ko mu a enye ye nanso see na wo se ye hunu no Quendi nkomo no bebre, very nice submission. Ye man it say abrofo na warrior no efe pa. Utie ye man submission na sa na ekwa akoye. Nanso se opese oye proper assessment abisa ho say so ma warrior no na efe na enika ade nti no ma warrior gusi ne yen ye de. Agro ne form.
Okay.
So I think you have to be holistic on this. And yes, I will be winning na nyina yakasa egu. Na yasan akodeda. Na ade ache na yasan ababium. Enti said ye a man na more platform more can na ware no and na obroni obeye wo say bibi ni nye wo say bibi ni nye wo say no. End of the day, ade nti no ma ware egu sine yen de.
Okay. Yo,
That
yeah,
is the
that's
question. Thank you.
for question now. Ube booster, you know. Yeah, dear, yeah, na, yeah, shed the awareness, or the ye who know, and na, yeah, can, and na, it being so or why, abia, near ye now for be, home experience, be a ye who know, it may say, and no, a man,
One say nana de tie ne say enye shen ni sika.
Nuntiana, your walk has say, yes, and woman,
Exactly. Enye shen ni sika. Ye bitima kan na brunia ware ye say but what is the result? What is the outcome? Me obi ti say me there, that is what I'm interested in. Enye bruni so mu ye oye ewie ye na ewie na esi sen. Na ye nso ye de ne te sen.
Okay.
But
Yo,
that's very.
but that's it. A pa, yeah, dear name so at to say pa, but I thought be a honso. I know set statistics there. You can never go wrong with that. But yeah, share a brofunum being so ma worry actual. Be a horn in a partner so I will 90 years, 70 years, no more that so ever. And so and then so you crow moody you crown so no and then yeah near brofin and yeah the same oh yeah buy your chroma divorce rate is going up abrofui the so is the same but yen to us on I am adofon so akwenya no meka se bi tatatakin me pacho una edru so oh oba pa me hu so wa ha se wo adwuma ma na wo bae wo ka se na me mpeke wo bibi ka me se o sa request ne
Now
bra
bit me see me afa obi.
okay yo
Alright,
yo me
thank you.
that's it pa tatata pacho ye ti o ebusuafo ye ni ha se ye atake me ma na se emma ye wa ha se ese ye ba besua de mesrem why okay tatata ye ti o
na me question ne wɔ he
discussion ya ye nyina no also submission is saying so na let's say questions say dem at twins mami
because me de baby a me kwakɔ family afidi aba de this
The whole time no you try send him into one tissue.
oh me ti yie okay yo mamen kan kakra emfi baby a yenua Sakura
take you back to slavery time ye
David
pacho okay
David
yeah
o slavery deɛ no deɛ wɔ ɛno nso wɔ hɔ mamen ka kakra mfa baby a yenua Sakura ɛkɔfaeɛ at some point about the customary marriage and the ordinance. And Twins mom and so ebe echo on and I'm beside say then any wedding. You can't say wedding, then a year wedding, then a year engagement. To compare the two submissions there is nothing wrong with it. We'll be able to share an opinion. But the danger and I say the problem we are facing as Africans is we do not value our own.
that's so and that's a fact
We do not value our own. And the problem, the bia meka ekosi say sorry Christianity, it has done us more harm than good to some extent. And it say wo asori bimuna say ukoware ewu fie what we call the traditional marriage. Ukoye na se wo de ba asori a. Sometimes the church will not recognize that as marriage. So until you come to the church and do what we call wedding, you are not married. Even though ba sorry no ye bisa wo say wako efie akoye efie ho de, but automatically no say wo bedru na say wo koye asori de no a the asori de no because say any aban na di nkeka ho nti no at the end of the day no na wakakoye wa asori no I override nea we ye ewo fie no eno nti no say wo catch so bi koye traditional marriage Yeah, share no say a cake because it doesn't carry water. Ubetumi spend sika say we spending nyina e de call akoye traditional marriage. Nanso utumi e de call court ekutuya say 100 cedis or 200 cedis. Ama that 200 cedis no, I override millions of cedis I was spending at the year wedding. It overrides it all. And there is really no value anymore attached to our traditional marriage. And I could say until Rollins' time, 1992 constituency, which was pioneered by his wife, the late Konadu Ajimai Rollins. She was one of the champion and also the opinion leaders about women's right in terms of the 1992 constitution. Even prior to that, in the Crown, women cannot take a loan in their names by themselves. They need a man to co-sign and all those things, Until the 1992 constitution, by na sebe and banso ebenya rights. I can't say, constitution. And to share from time till 1992, even till now, ne krano embrano mpono na enshare that am favor embasa. So our tradition, to some extent, it has kind of saying acquire like a disadvantage kind of a thing to emba. Sebe oba utumi ko woni bema ekoware woni ne beye ajapade woni ne beye bibia esemuye na sebe no eto ananano mu a na sebe ntamocho mfanche me na kwase bia ba na osio adwoa wonfre busua yimu me no ye minua me na me de niko school ko fie na ya pam wo ne womba enunti omba ye na omba ye that 1992 constitution to ensure say and then follow from there we have PNDC 111 intercession law, whatever the case may be. From there, and embra bar sebe air protected mba. And we share women have in from time past, they've been disadvantaged, which to me, again, I stand to be corrected. It's just nonsense. I don't understand the entire and say sir. But the reason I feel say is back in the days, and then a school ababeye common tina obia si oko school obia mpo mpese koya fubium. Back in the days we own lands ena sebe se wo ba as oba na se wo bebo a wukunu ema wo ne ye afuo a bepamoche wo. I am not supporting it, but it is what it is. That's how we were being told. Se mo beye ejuma no a na se oba na ekwa because se asase no eye family property do yentumi mfa asase yentumi nchi asase no enye den emfa asase no bi emma oba no se onfanko because in our tradition na mba no they don't own a land eye mbema no kwa entino wutumi wo mba se be wo nkora baako 10 na se baako na ebema wo mu a the one in mba 10 nyina no will inherit everything the father has labored for. And again, it became a disadvantage to Mbano. And that thing has been on for some time. So now people have decided to move away from the cultural marriage. We try to move away from the traditional marriage into what we call ordinance. We are calling ordinance today. Obekwa koya efro kama na woda koya AMA. Na wodi ko dru ho a na the AMA there it overrides everything that you have done. Which again, I need someone to educate us on that. Which I'm very sure say next week we're going to bring this for those who are more minimum wage man no ma be church o monso madwen. And for me there, I think the women who are saying say abrofo aware abrofo dating way nana, you see, when you are in Ghana, na should be catcher will say woba abrochi obrewa ha and as a men back na Ghana obeka say ibia nipa no empe wiye yo but say ube drua and sana ube mu say me de tena me Ghana kra na nkeye me tiga wo Ghana no kra na nka me bank manager anka me director na nka me bibi say maja me djuma na me sio me ba abrochi abepe bibia ye and me be dru ha no ma hu say obre no ewo abrochi sin Ghana utumi ni adwuma obi wo ye onya 5,000 bosom kura no a or housemate or driver abrochi ha come and try it and see if you're going to survive or not. So entino say ye fi Ghana hana so bia kasi o ye say even we share yes we kwa sorry na say we share kwasi broni kura e kire say we share nyame sanko fie. So this is something that has been encrypted in us. And you know kan ye no say you free bibi exotic food, you free bibi local food continental food. Of course, nobody wants the local food. Me na me media abete da bi me pe pizza no mo nyama no I can say Eddie. You know, and you know all these things have been encrypted and is been it's been written in our brain to make it look say ye dear no dear and ye. But one thing we fail to understand is say Obano te say na papa winter ebe ka ye no motumi tena so oba ne ni kunu se mu pie na se mu kodidi a obi abetua ne de ana say ende ni tuama wa ochena na matuama wo. But ye Ghana for mba no se be e ho no de omo nhwe ho mumbisa. When you go out with a white man or a white lady obi atua ne de ana say ende me de woko a ochena na wo de me akọ se ye kona se ko hwe movie a wotua movie no ka na obi nso aye den no being so at popcorn and also no being so to juice. So you are not going to have it 100%. But what we see from outside, no, it make it look like oh, it is all glory, or it is all like yummy, it is all good. But se uko ramu ebe unse ya bi before no sebe ye mema no ye boy ya humbody. Wow, ye boy ya humbody. Nanka obibini ukunu be kachira usi o boame na ye ntua ebi ya ye groceries and I say you say no, obe kachira mi o I thought you are the man. You are not a man enough. Now, so woko wari bronia. At the end of the month, no broni be bet na na ye expenses ni obi amfane de ye den, obi amfane de embra. Eno no de ye mbeka wo. Eno no de ye nka. Ba se wokunu obibini African na o me catch us say, adwoa like bill na abani when ni say na say ye ba no a obeka say your husband is not romantic. Obeka say your husband is not a way. I can tell an authority. Say me, I take full responsibility 100%. I have never missed my doctor's appointment. I've always been there, I've always done it. If you say me back and say me can't be here, more being baby and cancer say be ABA, I am one of those. I'm a very responsible man. But again, does it mean say Anka, if I get help on us at Obi Buamia, I wouldn't be happy? I will be happy. I will be happy say somebody will help me to elevate, to take off the stress, say, oh, and yes, this month I got it. This time I got it. But yeah, be before no there because ye nim say ye fear ye ban yes you. Bemba ne ye ti. Bemba ne say ye say ni say no. And to say be do abrochi ye kranoa. E say bemba ne ye den. Bemba ne ye bibia. Na oba no there wo ye juma. Wunya usika na wo de e koma we busuyanfo. Wunya usika na wo de akoto wo bank account mu. Na wo kunu no sebe wo so no ne ye bema. Ono na ye bema. Me pa che wo ye say edua ba ko jemframa ye den ebu. Enti muma yen kan ye hu se yembem ma no nso no
enya hode mo emu edua no emuda
muma ye hu se yembem ma no nso no eya ye bre. Enti no when you reach out ebeboa. And the problem, another problem is yembem ma ni bi no we are living a double standard life. We want to live the African life and we also want to live the American life, which is not good. You have to choose. Be the American. Which of the two do you want to belong to? Because yeah, Africa then say who be drew fear who de onai akane se mienu aboso who hwe TV mame naba aba be yeduane wato opono nsuo kora na wasano da brewo odi semina be kan ho odi napkin aba ho wayi bibia nanso oba no se be enchene kora onto wo fie ho. But ye free Africa e be du abrochi a we want to enslave the women. We want the women to go to work. And no mumbre fie, no monsambe treating like we expected to be treated like kings in Africa. And then bosomne by you turn around and say Ajua for 20 I can say 50-50 I say it rent I say yeah grocery 50-50. That is monfanchemi eyankwasiasem. It shouldn't be the case. So choose where you want to belong. Do you want to be a typical African woman? Nana, I was talking to this Nigerian lady years ago. And Obisa Monsieur, what is my ideology about when it comes to marriage? Like and I make a just say for me, I'm a typical African.
To her as in what?
I was talking to her like relationship wise.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we had this conversation. What is your ideal, like, what? And I'm catching and say, I want to be a typical African man. Now that contributed to our breakup because I didn't give her a room to partake in anything. They said, no, I want to be an African man. I want to take charge. To her, no, she see that to be controlling. She see that to be abusive. She see that to be, say, she will not have a say in the house. But to me, I was looking at it, say, this is me. This is what I grew up seeing, where men take charge. So to her, no, she saw a problem with it. Of course, she also lived in Africa. But when she came here, her mindset shifted. So it took me time to understand, say, okay, maybe okay. So so there are certain things I stopped saying to women. What is here? So our men, when you want to live the African life, if you want to be treated as a king, remember, you have to take the responsibility. You have to take charge. Don't expect to share bills with the woman. You treat me as an African man, and then you turn around when the Canada near because Canada no ye want to say no bills neba ne ye chemu ne ye say no. Reach out and help in whatever way that you can. Don't leave everything to the woman. And I'm bound so men jai Emma wukunu no bombodin say won so wobetumi aye bribi e de agua wukunu no wo de ebisa ho nana a month me bill ban am say how did I end up with $2,000 in groceries? How did I end up with 1,500? What is it like? Bisa ho say in a month. How much is my income? What is here? How much is my income? How much is the income of your husband? Say onuna onye bema enti no be hu no na ye beka say African men are not romantic. Nana, me say family responsibilities has caused a man not to be romantic anymore. And yes, we are not romantic. The responsibilities not has caused a man not to be responsible because me bought tata me doing how am I even going to pay rent? How am I even going to do this? What is here? But if we all put our resources together and we all come together as one family, I'm very sure say some of this pressure will be avoided. I understand, say, in Banobeka say, we've done it, we've been bullied, we've been cheated, we've been robbed, and all that. That was then. I was saying, if you and your husband or you and your wife, if you have a joint account in this time and era, hey, obi once the $1 if your account you'll be notified via text message. And Entinu se woni wukunu ana woni wo yere ma ya joint account. There is no way we be catch them say be man go use card akọ Ghana because oyimo once and the kurano a ye notify wo because you get a notification says something has gone on. What is here? So say a transaction be a woni your significant other no moon discuss here. You have every right to question that individual. Say entiase ambe juma be ma ye nyanto enyanto o chana sore ne yanko bank ho sikana
Like, can I answer? Can I ask my question now?
I will lose my thought process. But so many ba e can say time who say wukunu no yes had no a the following day matching off and ko bank ho yaba account no ye be close sika be ne demu sika si ne demu ye chemu obi amfa ne de what is here at least we need to try. Let's try something because say 1998 and I say 1972 1960 no obi dia anko ye no eno no nkyere say 2025 no enko ye. We should at least try. Unless Obiya, who is not willing to learn, who is not willing to try. Wahu enti no me pamoche womi bomboni, Now we have a beautiful culture. This is of Agagai Ebeka, In fact, our traditional marriage, nanka ebwa embano pa in so many ways. In so many ways. And from time, marriage has been seen to some extent. Say a poverty eradication. Ye de pamu hiya aware because time no say be makwako ware despite bano. By the fact say maware despite bano mi hiya so aba esobeti. Me poverty ho e kan say esobeti. Despite enhwe say na ma se okura no say be baby a woda kra e bi ni ho enti no obepia baby ama me. So marriage, it is not only this time say yebeka say in Bahano, they are running after rich men and all those things. No, marriage to some extent, it has been said it eradicates poverty.
Right.
to some extent. Sometimes, politically related. Obi beka say, oh, President Mahama ba maminko ware no. By the fact say ni papa ye president no, ebi amema benya MP bia di dache. So let me go in for it. So we marry for so many reasons. The point is say you have to have that conversation with that individual. At the end of the day, say, what is the end game? What am I gaining in this relationship? What am I going to achieve, or what do I intend to achieve? And so, to bring my submission to an end, we marry, or we should marry a vision. We should marry a vision. Until there is a vision, until you see a vision, even with that vision, you should ask yourself, say, how do I fit into this vision? And you know, what are you bringing on the table? What you are bringing on the table, no, you find say a question, Nana.
And then it good, baby, are they coffee? So I swear.
But what do you bring on the table? Say, Nana, you find say, in your party. Say in your samba, say in your bro, you benum sani bro. Now, when it did a neighbor, when it didn't suoba. What you say? And you say, me bisa will say, what are you bringing on the table? Then, and now, we are not looking at the physical answer, the finances. Then I would eba, oh, ebia me a good in this. Me a good in this. What you say? Those are the things we are looking for. Me share no crown now we college students. What you say? We are not even working. But say Bema and also be to me bisa say, what are you bringing on the table? That is the time you have to. Oh, what I'm bringing is say, this is my vision. This is my vision. This is what I'm bringing on the table. In the future, no, I want to do this. I want to do that. And Tinosobi Bisa will say, what are you bringing on the table? And no, doesn't mean say Ebia Bisa will say Sikaben I would bow. There be the vision that you are bringing. And also a day I would table. So send a okay fine. Maybe the way but the way me botaye, once we together, no, how can we make it become fruitful? How can we make it materialize? Manuasi.
Yo.